Now, I'm afraid your hysterical hatred for Trump and your absolute disappointment with the state of politics at the moment is clouding your judgment, Sheila.
Is it?
I think so. I mean, he clearly, first of all, being South Korean is a nationality, not a race. And secondly, it just seems that everything the man says, people like you, who I listen to and enjoy and respect, but people like you and James O'Brien, your pathological hatred of the man.
Oh, I didn't do that. I kind of felt like doing it, but I didn't do it. Hysterical hatred, pathological hatred. I don't hate Donald Trump at all. I don't hate anyone, I don't think. I find him deeply disturbing. And as you can see, if you can see me and hear me, I'm not hysterical about it at all. I find him deeply disturbing. On the odd occasion, very odd occasion, that I have understood his actions, I've said so. But when I don't, or when I look at them and find them wanting and find them disturbing, I will say so. That does not make me hysterical. Oh, we've got you back. Anthony, I promise I didn't do that.
That was Jeremy Corbyn's office cut me off, I think.
Okay, go on.
I absolutely respect what you say, but I genuinely think, and this is still on the point, I think that if the people who want Trump to be taken out of office and the people who want Boris out of office have got to take a long, hard look at why those people are so popular. And at the moment, the absolute hysteria around he's a racist, Boris is a racist, everybody's a racist. It's just losing any kind of
Anthony, everybody isn't a racist. But do you hang on? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that it is acceptable, important even, to examine the words that people say, mine included, yours included?
Absolutely, yes, of course.
Well, that's all we're doing when we have these conversations.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, let's go back a few years, and I'm unlucky enough to be nearly 50 now, and I remember. Think of someone like Stan Boardman, who used to make a living out of making jokes about the Germans bombing our chip shop. Mm-hmm. I mean, that wasn't particularly, in my view, racist against Germans. It was slightly off-colour humour. But again, I don't see what Trump said as being anything worse than that. You know, it was a South Korean film with subtitles. You know, he has a nostalgic view of how he would like America to be. And he wants, vintage films and all the rest of it. Now, he's entitled to that view. But I do think that, there's going to be another 8 years of Trump. There is absolutely no shadow of a doubt.
No, there is. There's going to be another 4 years, not 8 years.
I do beg your pardon, another 5 years, and there's going to be I do beg your pardon, Sheila.
That's all right.
And then there's going to be 10 years of Boris, unless the left sort themselves out. I happen to think that Boris and Trump are two of the most sensible people around to be running things, but
of course,
I don't
both
think many people agree with me.
I'm not particularly talking about Boris Johnson being a racist here, but both men could be replaced by. In time, could be replaced by political leaders of the right just as easily as of the left, who just use perhaps more cautious, more careful language in public utterances and things they write.
That's true, but I do think that's more likely to happen if the left don't sort their act out and stop throwing the word racist around like confetti, because it's losing any effect. We've had, even in the last week, in addition to Boris being accused of being a racist, Trump being accused of being a racist, we've had Priti Patel being accused of being a racist. We've had the chap that Dominic Cummings hired screamed at as being a racist. It's almost like there's now a rubber stamp that whenever anybody says anything, you're a racist, you must resign. And I don't think it's doing the left any favours.
Can I ask you a question? You mentioned Priti Patel. I'm not speaking specifically about her, but do you believe that people who are black or minority ethnic cannot be racist?
Well, I've certainly seen evidence. Yes, I do believe that anybody can be racist against another race. Yes.
Right, okay.
It's not an exclusive problem with white people.
And Andrew Sabisky, the man that left the government no sooner had he joined it, the young man, he didn't just say this or that. You know, he didn't just say something that one could disagree with. He was clearly arguing, not that long ago, because he's only 27, so nothing was that long ago. He was clearly arguing.
I think it was about 7 years ago, wasn't it?
He was clearly arguing that black people are intrinsically less smart than white people. Now that's white supremacy. That's eugenics. It's white supremacy. And even if it was 7 years ago, do you have that in your playbook? Do you have that on your CV?
No.
I don't, because guess what? Guess what?
No.
Guess what?
No, and
I've never toyed with being a racist.